Hi. Is it on?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. Hi, welcome back to our kitchen. What are you doing?
Sorry, pressing the button. It's on.
It's on. Okay. Stop it.
Stop.
Alright. Hi, welcome back to our kitchen. Today we're going to be making some wraps for lunch because it's our last day of a self-quarantine or self-isolation. And we don't have any bread or anything like that, so we're gonna make some wraps. So we're gonna make chickpea pea wraps with some turmeric in, just to get some turmeric in us. Yeah, so let's get started. We're gonna start off with 3/4 of a cup of chickpea flour. This is a 1/4 cup measure, so I'm gonna put 3 of these. To that, we're going to add the same 3/4 of a cup, so that's 3 of these, of pea flour.
You get pea flour in Spa?
No, the pea flour I got from Spice Emporium. There's a couple of places you can get it from. That's where I got it from. I haven't seen it in like a local supermarket, so it might be something you have to look for. Like that. I'm going to grind some flaxseed. I want a 1/4 cup of ground flaxseed, or whole flaxseed, or a tableful. Anyway, we're going to put that in the spice grinder. You can buy this already ground. My jersey's a little oversized.
Monday.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to pour that in. So I haven't made it too fine, but it's quite nice if it's got a little bit of texture to it. So that's what that's looking like so far. Okay, and I'm going to give that a little bit of a mix. And into there I'm going to add a teaspoon of turmeric. It's got a kind of a sweet smell to it. So, whole teaspoon. I'm going to add some black pepper because that will help with the absorption of the turmeric. I'll put a link in the description below as to why we put turmeric in our diet and why black pepper helps to absorb it, in case you're interested. Alright, and then I'm going to add some salt. Alright. Into that we're going to add 1 1/3 cups of water. So that's 4 of these. Okay, we're going to mix it together in our whisk. If you've got a blender, you can do this in your blender as well. Obviously then it's less arm muscles, but then it's more cleaning up. So for my poor husband who cleans the kitchen, we'll use a whisk this time. I'll just make sure that it's got no lumps in it. Give it a good mix, and then you're going to leave it for about 10 to 20 minutes, depends on how patient you are, just to let it thicken, because the flaxseed, like you make a flax egg, when you add water it thickens. Even the chickpea flour and the pea flour, it needs to thicken up. So we're going to leave that for a little bit, and then we'll come back and then we will cook them.
Oh, I forgot to press record.
Ah, shit. Is it on?
Yes.
Okay, so we're not super patient in this house, so I'm not sure we've even waited 10 minutes, but we're just going to get started. So, I usually don't use oil, but in this case I don't want them sticking to the pan, so I'm going to use the tiniest little bit of this coconut spray that I've had for a very long time. I'm just going to spray it on, and then I'm going to wipe it off actually, just so that I've only got like a very, very thin layer just so that it doesn't stick. I'm gonna wipe that in my pan. It's really just to kind of season it. All right, there we have it. Let's turn that on. Okay, I'm just going to use my 1/3 cup measure to pour in, and then remember you've got to swirl it like you're making a pancake so that it spreads nice and thin.
What happened to your 1st and 2nd cup measure? You're using a 3rd cup measure.
Husbands. He's learning. Alright, so let's see. Alright. That feels like it's heating up nicely. I'm just going to turn it down a little bit. It's a great thing about gas is it's so quick and instant. Alright, let's see. And I'm going to just roll that around so we can get a nice flat.
Is it much?
We shall see. Okay, I'll let that cook enough. Hopefully the ends will sort of curl up and it'll detach from the base. Either that or it's going to stick to my pan, and then lunch is a bit of a disaster.
And then you'll never see this video.
Yes, and then it shall never be uploaded. That's a good sign. You see it's not cooked yet, so I'm just going to move it so that the heat distributes differently. You can see it's starting to bubble up in the middle there. Turn it down a little bit more. I don't know what it's doing. There we go. And turn. Right.
Good enough.
It'll do. It'll do, pig. It'll do.
I thought it was donkey, not pig.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Well, we're showing our age.
What, the pig or the donkey?
The pig.
Alright.
The pig came first.
I never knew that.
You're older than me.
Yeah, but I never saw the pig movie.
Making a mess as usual. It's looking good. First one's always a bit of a hope and a prayer that it doesn't stick and turn into a disaster, but that's actually edible. Usually the first one's a flop.
Probably.
So the next one should be better.
Yeah. That looks pretty good.
It does look good. I'm gonna get a plate. I feel watched. No one saw that. I'm going on my tiptoes. I don't know why. Here you go. This can go fast. That'll work.
I always remember watching those little like bubbly holes as like it's getting cooked.
It's an indication, yeah. Yeah, and you can see it changes color. It almost, you can see that it's cooking. So that gives you a good idea of when you can flip it over.
It's out wrap number 2, 3, and 4. Look, it worked perfectly.
It did work perfectly.
Who would have thought?
A little bit in the middle. So.
I remember making wraps like this. Because like the bottom always looks completely different to the top.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, you'll show it. I'll keep quiet.
It's okay. We're in this together. It's a family affair, this whole eating thing. We do it often.
We do eat a lot.
2, 3, 4, 10 times a day.
This is second breakfast.
This is lunch.
What happens to second breakfast?
There's
And
no
11
second breakfast
And
today.
11's is?
There was no 11. It's after 11.
Tummy grumbling.
Indeed. That's why I'm cooking for you, my love.
Yay. It's ready.
Yeah.
Is lunch gonna be ready? Sorry, that's Dylan's line.
Okay, I think we're going to cut here and I'll see you when these are finished. 10 hours later.
So you don't want me like commenting on every single one.
It'll be a very long video for a very, very quick recipe if we are continuing with our shenanigans. Ow!
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Is that in Irish restaurants in like down the road? Shenanigans.
Is there an Irish restaurant on it?
Called Shenanigans.
Really?
No, not really.
No.
Can you name the movie? Can anybody name the movie in the comments?
In the comments below, where does shenanigans
The next
come
time
from?
I hear a person say shenanigans,
They'd best know the name of the movie.
yeah. And then it goes something like, hey Sarge, what's the name of that new Irish restaurant like down the road? Shenanigans.
Okay. Movie trivia. The movie or series?
A movie.
Ah.
Same movie that comes with the line like, get your game face on, and he like taps his head and his hat's over the back and...
Oh man, it sounds like an old movie.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Cop movie, I'm guessing.
Yes. Yes.
She's gonna do it.
So the opening scene of the movie is the cops like racing bottles of maple syrup. Who can down a bottle of maple syrup the fastest?
Stormtroopers!
Almost! But stormtroopers
Stormtroopers
come from
too?
Star Wars.
Oh. Super Troopers.
You did it!
Is that it? Stormtroopers. My bad. Dyslexic much?
Well played.
Super Troopers.
Yes.
Smarts.
Of course, nobody cares about that. They're here to learn how to make wraps.
Yeah, they are.
What are these? Wraps or crepes or pancakes?
I know, we
or
use them as wraps, I
rotis
suppose.
or
Tortillas.
tortillas. Don't you say tortilla?
Tortillas. Tortillas? Tortillas?
Don't know.
It doesn't matter, we don't eat those here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're made with corn as well.
Ah. You have it.
That's how they get yellow. Not so good.
Yeah, that's why I call them wraps. They're gonna wrap up my food. And then it'll be a wrap. Lunch will be like a wrap.
Like a roti.
Like a roti.
Yeah.
But it's not as pliable. It's not as soft. I don't
Wrappish.
know if it's gonna roll nicely. It might be more of a like
Tortilla.
tortilla. It's been hot wearing a jersey.
It is now February. February is like,
It is
oh my
February.
god, how hot can it get?
Actually not that hot today. My glove's still up there. It's gonna look funny in the video. I'm a little impatient, that's why we're ending up with that like uncooked corner in the middle. Corner in the middle? That made sense.
Uncooked. She just said uncooked corner in the middle. She meant that.
I meant the the middle. I make up words and sayings and things in this house.
I have to put up with this.
Life would be dull without me.
Actually, life would be dull without you.
Don't. Not okay some days.
If you like dull, I can be dull. So honey, do you want a steak?
Like a mushroom steak? I've never had a cauliflower steak before.
It's because I don't think the kids like cauliflower.
No.
They eat cauliflower as a vegetable. I don't know if they eat it as like the main portion of their dish.
No.
We'll try it one day. Maybe you and me.
So shall I leave you? Just
Don't-
for until the
Don't
food's
leave
ready.
me.
And then make the food ready.
I'll call you when it's ready. Then you won't leave me.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, it smells good.
Of course it smells good. So we are on our last one now. About to take it off. The last one just ended up a little bit bigger, but I've actually ended up with 8, which is perfect for us because we're a family of 4, so we're each going to get 2. In this, we're going to have, we've got a bit of leftover curry in the fridge, a little bit of leftover curry in the fridge because my husband had the munchies last night. And I'm probably going to make sort of a mixed salad with some green pepper and tomatoes and cucumber, and I'm going to use some of my leftover curry sauce. I made another batch yesterday and it's almost finished, so I'm going to use some of that. The kids might even, those that don't want to have curry, well, Jasmine will probably have curry, but Dylan, maybe you'll put peanut butter and jam or peanut butter and syrup or something on it. It really doesn't matter. It's a vessel for whatever it is that you want to put in it. It's a nice substitute to bread or store-bought rotis or anything like that. Let's turn that off. But there you go. Homemade,
Gorgeous.
oil-free, ready to go, doesn't take long. Delicious, nutritious. I hope you'll try it, and I hope that you'll like this video, that you'll subscribe, and that you'll leave us a comment below. What do you think? Do you make something like this? What kind of flours do you use when you make it? I've used a consistency of more chickpea flour, less pea, or left the pea out and just done chickpea. I've even made something like this using oat flour. So let me know what you've done, and yeah, let's have lunch. Jeez.